Okay, so happy Monday. It is May 8th, so we are into our second week now of the month. So just a few quick things. Actually, let me just mute everyone really quick. Okay, so just a few quick things with it being the beginning of the month. What I highly encourage all of you to be doing right now is to be posting on your social media about challenge groups. Okay, challenge group is what you're going to hear also being called an accountability group or a fitness group or a support group, or you could call it a fit girl club, an online boot camp, a virtual boot camp. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I just am easily going to say challenge group because they buy a challenge pack. They're called challengers, challenge group. So you don't want to be shouting out every day, join my group, I'm looking for 3 more people. Don't be that person. Don't do that. But what you do want to be doing and what you should be doing is just talking about the fact that you have these things going on. For example, today on my page, I posted a recipe and I just said for my fit and lean girls. So right there, most people don't even know what that means, but because I tagged the group in it and I'm inviting people on a daily basis to an accountability group, they have an idea of what fit and lean is. And if not, then they clicked on that link and they saw that it was a closed group, that it says accountability, fitness, nutrition, whatever. Okay? So then I can easily reach out to those people that liked it and just say, hey girl, thanks so much for the love on my food post today. It's actually part of my meal plan for this week. Do you have any trouble with meal planning or meal prepping that I could help you with? Super duper simple. And it's not a call to action post. I wasn't asking anybody to do anything, but I was just plugging it in. I was putting it out there, just little posts like that. Other things that do really well in the beginning of the month are workout videos. All right. So the best apps on your phone to use for workout videos, in my opinion, because they're free, Splice, SPLICE, and they have royalty-free music because Instagram and Facebook won't let you post music anymore to your stuff, which is so annoying. But you can use Splice. It's really easy to use. Like, I didn't know how to use like iMovie or any of that stuff, and it's very simple to like cut things out, put things together. It's like step by step, super simple. So use it making workout videos, or if it's not just one workout video, maybe having a selfie and then a video on the side of it. The one that you can use is called Live Collage. It kind of looks like the Instagram symbol for its app, but it's called Live Collage. And that one's really awesome. So you can have a selfie on one side and a workout video on the other. And it's just showing people that you're doing it. That's all it is. And then just attach a motivational quote to it, or attach your favorite move from that exercise that you did. You can even post a workout video of a move that you used to hate because we don't like things that we're not good at. So you're talking about a move that you used to hate. I got a lot of people to join me back in November because I'm the most uncoordinated person ever, and I attempted core de force, and I actually ended up falling in love with it, but I was awful at it. I can't even balance like on one leg. So I kept posting like I would get so frustrated with these one leg kick movements or whatever. Yeah, pick play post is also an awesome one. The only thing about pick play post is that it will put pick play post at the bottom of the photos sometimes, and just can be like kind of big and gawky, but it is nice for having like more than one thing in it, and you can have like pictures and videos kind of all spread out, which is really cool. If you want to get iMovie, you can, but like you do have to pay $4.99 for it, which is kind of the downfall, but whatever you guys want to do. Okay, so that is why you want to be posting right now, majority of your posts about health, fitness, mindset, accountability, the group, whatever. Okay, just because the whole idea right now is to hit Success Club early on, so you're not scrambling around the last couple of weeks of the month. So now we're going to lead into the core of this call, which is consistency and personal development and belief. Okay, so we're first off going to start with personal development. It's a non-negotiable. I'm going to tell you all right now, I've been very public about the fact that I've had 7 people quit on me in a 3-day time span. Okay, I went from like a very solid diamond to like barely an emerald coach. Okay, it sucked. I cried. I hated the world. I wanted to quit. I was avoiding my coach Amy for like a week. I was like the least friendly person to be around. I just felt like, why am I in this business? And that's when I took a couple days off, and this was back like in October, and I just asked myself, like, what am I not doing? And when I looked at everything, I realized that I haven't picked up a personal development book in 2.5 months. I was doing 0 personal development. Randomly, I listened to national wake-up calls, not consistently. I didn't do team calls because my team wasn't really a team. It was just people that I was dragging along with me. And I was pissed off, to be honest with you. So I didn't get on my coach's team calls, you know? And if you guys have noticed this, when you're not feeling your best, instead of diving and surrounding yourself with the people you know you should be surrounding yourself with and doing the things you know that you should do to get you out of that funk, we retreat. We That does nothing but make us feel even more worse about who we are. Personal development is the glue to your business. If I were to quit coaching tonight, I would still continue to read personal development every single day. So a couple quick things about personal development. One, you need to make sure that it's something that you actually need right now. So in the beginning of my business, I was reading just what Amy told me to read, just what was in our welcome letter. And don't get me wrong, there are great books like The Compound Effect and The Slight Edge and The Energy Bus, which I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. But it wasn't what I needed right then and there. I knew that daily actions over time compounded into either positive or negative things, depending on what you were doing daily. I knew that. I was a personal trainer. I knew I had clients. I saw it happening in front of me every day. That's not what I needed. What I needed was to believe in something. I didn't think that I was going to do this. I didn't think that I was good enough for this. I had no faith and belief in myself. It took me 5 months of skimming through books until I found the one book that made me think like, holy shit, personal development is amazing. And that book was You Are a Badass. And it's what I needed. I was reading what everyone else told me was good, but it wasn't what I needed. It's called personal development because it's personally developing and growing and evolving you into the person that you need to become to lead the team that you are going to be leading. Okay? So you need to ask yourself. So right now, most of you have mentioned that consistency was your biggest struggle. So with that being said, you need to be looking at personal development books that focus on and teach you how to be consistent in your life. And hands down, the number one book that's going to do that for you is The Compound Effect. You should read The Compound Effect. The nice thing about it is that the author of The Compound Effect is Darren Hardy. He is the guy that makes all the Darren Daily videos. So the book is funny. It has humor in it. It's a quick, easy read. You can literally read that book twice in a week. It's very, very easy to read. And the nice thing about it is that it's stuff that you already know or that you've thought of before, but you just never really put into, I don't know, maybe just we never really like consciously think about it. And it's kind of the old penny adage, where it's like, do you want to have, what was it, like $1 million today or a penny a day that multiplies over a month, right? And so many of us just take the money up front without realizing that, no, what you wanted to do was do the penny a day because now you have over like 10 million or something crazy, right? So just being consistent every day is so huge. So if that's what you're lacking with right now, personal development, guys, every single day, before you do anything, personal development. So when I wake up in the morning, I don't look at my phone other than to turn my alarm off. I turn my phone off. I don't look at it. I just don't. And I know that like sometimes I can be guilty of like doing an Instagram story or a Snapchat or something. I don't even let myself do that anymore. My first hour of my day literally goes like this. I wake up and I go straight to the bathroom to turn on the lights. So I wake up at 4:30. So I need to take drastic measures, or otherwise I won't wake up. When I wake up, I turn the light on in the bathroom, I splash cold ass water on my face, and I brush my teeth. If that's not going to wake somebody up, I don't know what else is. Okay, so I'm still like kind of sleeping mentally, but at least physically I'm kind of awake. And then I go downstairs and I just chug a big ass glass of water. And I'm really bad at drinking water, so it's kind of hard for me to do that. But I know it's going to wake me up. Why? Because your body is dehydrated overnight. So the best thing that you can do is wake up and drink a big glass of water, stimulate your brain, okay? Mentally prepare for the day. And then the first thing that I do is I sit down and I write in this thing. So I want to give this away as a gift to anyone who hits Success Club 10. 10. 5 women a month. Guys, that's not hard. If you think about it, there's 31 days in this month, 5 people. It's 1 person every week. You can do that. You can easily do that. All right? You need to be helping more than 3 people a month. If you started this business because you want to help people, 3 people is nothing. 3 people is nothing. Don't put Success Club 5 on this high pedestal as if it's unachievable. Because even if you're only doing 1 hour a day and you're being productive in that 1 hour, it is easy. I'm going to say it's easy, not simple even. It's easy to hit Success Club. Okay? Which I will walk through later on. So personal development comes in the form of books, podcasts, YouTubes, journaling, writing out affirmations. I know that Vanessa's really good at speaking her affirmations daily. And that was really my inspiration for making like the May challenge for this month, is to write out your affirmations every single day. All right, guys, I might not hit 2-star diamond at the end of this month, but I'm not even letting that thought pop into my head. The second it does, I'm like, I'm 2-star diamond. I'm a 2-star diamond. It sounds effing insane. It scares the living crap out of me, but I'm a 2-star diamond at the end of the month. And it is what it is. And if not, at least I know that I'm doing everything to work toward that. Okay? Personal development has given me the belief in what I'm doing. Okay? So you need to find something that works for you. And what I want is by the end of this week on Friday, I want everyone to comment with what they are reading. And every single day, I want you to share your top takeaway from what you've read. What is going to be super nice about this is that most of us are probably going to be reading something differently. You know, we could all come together and share some of our thoughts and our takeaways so that you can use them in a post. You can use them when you're talking to people. You can use it in a live video. So much of my content I get from personal development. I get like my quotes from what I read. I'm going to write that down so don't forget to do that too. Okay, so kind of moving on. So what is personal development really doing? A couple of things. It is giving you, first off, belief in yourself. Belief in yourself. Guys, you are fundamentally the reason why you're going to be successful in this business or why you're not. You. Not me. Not the person sitting next to you on the screen. Not a client that didn't order from you. You and only you are responsible for your success. Okay, I could have blamed all 7 of those coaches for quitting on me. But at the end of the day, I just knew that my life is so much more, is meant for so much more than to think this small in this one moment of my life. Right? So personal development is giving you the belief that what you're doing right now is getting you to not only become the person that you want to be, but getting you to the point in your life where you want to be. So self-limiting beliefs they're very, very, very powerful. So something that I just started reading that I'm like actually obsessed with, it's called Master Your Mean Girl. It's really, really good. So if you're anyone that kind of like doubts what you're doing, things like people think that you're annoying when you post. You think that people are making fun of you when you post a workout video. Or you think that I just can't do this, or people keep saying no to you. Like, if I had $1 for every time I've signed up a coach and they've quit, I can't even tell you how many people I've signed up in a day and they quit the same day. Okay, you want to talk about a motivation, like, shitter? I kid you not. Like, that sucks. But at the end of the day, it's just kind of like, you didn't believe, and I believe, and one person is not going to stop that from happening for me. So You have to have belief in yourself first. So why are you speaking affirmations every day? Because it's you telling yourself that you are this. Not I will be, or I hope I am, or I want to be. I am. I have. I do. You want to say it present tense. Okay? So if you saw what I posted this morning on that pinned post in our team page, I said, I invite with confidence and passion. What was the other one? I attract business builder women into my life. Okay? Say those things. Yes, it sounds cheesy as hell. I get it. I feel you 100%. I know it sounds weird. But if successful people like Oprah and Tony Robbins and like Zig Ziglar and Gary Vaynerchuk, if you guys know who any of those people are, if they're doing it, I'm going to do it. If Olympians are doing it, I'm going to do it. Okay? You have to think of it like that. And it's that motivational pep talk that you are awesome. And why is it so important to start the day off like that? Because it is going to set the tone for everything else that happens that day. If you get up and the first thing that you do is look at your phone and you see a message from somebody that's like, oh, I just don't know that I'm interested, you're going to feel down about yourself the whole day, which you shouldn't, because one, you didn't invent the program, you didn't invent Shakeology, you do not own Beachbody, and there's no personal offense to be taken in this whatsoever because it's not personal. It's just they're not interested, okay? And just to go off on a quick tangent, it's like walking through the mall and the Annie Ann's lady walks up to you with the tray of steaming hot pretzels. Do you think that she is personally offended when you say, no, I don't want a pretzel? No, because deep down she knows you want the pretzel, but you don't want to take it because you're like on a diet or you're with a friend and you don't want them to think that whatever, right? She takes no offense. It's like, do you want a piece of gum? No. All right, who's next? That's it. When you believe in yourself so much, you don't let little things like that bother you. Okay? So, belief not just in yourself, but you also need to have belief in what we do. You need to have belief in the product and in our service. Okay, so our product are Beachbody programs. The other product is Shakeology, and the other products are our performance line. So one quick thing I do want to say is you guys do not have to only be promoting Shakeology. If Shakeology doesn't knock your socks off, it's okay. It's okay. That's why they have the performance line. Okay, so, you're going to meet some people who are very big into macro tracking or into the if it fits your macro plan or the intermittent fasting. And I know for some of you right now, you're like, I have no idea what the hell any of those words mean. At some point down the road, you're going to have to learn a little bit of fitness and nutrition talk. You're going to have to. And why do I say that? Because we are not like most teens. We are people that did not just sign up for a network marketing business like so many people do and do this for 3 months and then quit and then just put it on our shelf as one of those things that we did that everyone does and quits. No, we are not those people. So how do we separate ourselves apart from other coaches and how do we provide a unique service is we don't just say, oh, well, we don't have to have any health and fitness or experience or knowledge, but we choose to. We went out and learned on our own because we know that it's important to our client and we want to serve everyone that comes into our lives. I don't really know anything about the Whole30, but I have people reaching out to me all the time like, no, I do not cut sugar out of my life. But if you want to do that, kudos to you. So I will learn about it. I'll read about it and I will help you the best way that I can. So you do want to have belief in our product. So meaning that you need to know about our product. If you know, like, for example, you guys might have recognized Chelsea English being in our accountability group. So Chelsea was really hesitant about Shakeology because she has severe rheumatoid arthritis. All right. I didn't know anything about Shakeology and rheumatoid arthritis. I just didn't know anything about it. So instead of just being like, oh, it's like great and it tastes super awesome. And what does that mean to her? I Googled, maybe not the best thing, but it wasn't Wikipedia. So I Googled Shakeology and rheumatoid arthritis. That was it. Sometimes I Google Shakeology and pregnancies, Shakeology and liposuction, Shakeology and depression, Vanessa, Shakeology and vitamin D, whatever it might be. That's all I do, Shakeology and. And then I just kind of take some of my top notes. And all I say is, I don't know about blank, but what I do know is, and then fill in what you just read. Okay? So the whole reason behind that is showing that you believe in what you're doing. When you believe in what you're doing and you're posting about what you're doing, you will not get money objections. I very rarely get money objections anymore. The only times my biggest objection is just time. And it's just because they don't get what we do, so they just think this is something you have to meet in person. I don't get the money objection anymore because I post about Shakeology decently, not all the time, but decently. Few quick things about Shakeology when you're posting about it. So you should write these down. 1, don't show that your bottle says Shakeology on it. When you hold your cup, turn it away. Face Shakeology towards you. You are not advertising Shakeology. You are your own marketing tool. You are the difference of why one customer is going to go with you versus another coach on Instagram. Not that your kissy face Shakeology cup photo was prettier than her kissy face Shakeology cup photo. This is something that I learned actually about 3 months into my business, but from Kelly Hanner, she's really awesome in this business as well, is that naturally no one is making out with their shaker cup. So don't do it in a photo. And if you are, I don't know, I get kind of weird, but to each their own. So when you do it, make it interesting. Add value to people's lives. Show them and make posts about the objections that you're getting. So if you get a money objection often, like that's the number one objection that you're getting, what are you doing to combat that? That's what you need to ask yourself. Not just overcoming objections in those conversations because you're constantly going to be overcoming that objection. You need to cut the objection in the bud. And how do you do that? Belief on your posts every single day. Belief in the program that you're doing and belief in what you're drinking. Not just because it tastes good. Because believe me, cookies and cream protein powder is pretty effing awesome. But it's not good for me. There's nothing real in it. It's completely manufactured in a lab. And I can't pronounce one effing ingredient in cookies and cream whey protein. I really can't, other than whey protein. So when you're doing that, how to kind of get through the money objection is I would literally sit down and make out a budget. I would make out a budget. If that's the one thing that you're getting often, I would maybe look at what you would have bought in the past. So write out a week's worth of meals that you would have eaten before coaching. And now write out a week's worth of meals that you eat with coaching. And show the difference in savings. These are kind of the things that you're going to want to be looking for. 1, you're not wasting as much food anymore because you're either a coach, so you have clients who are looking up to you and for you to be their leader. So you have to show up to your fitness. You are eating well. You are sharing your recipes. And then 2, so you're not wasting as much food. You're not stopping randomly. I don't know about you, but I used to stop at gas stations or convenience stores all the time. It's like, oh, it's just like one bar and like one Red Bull, like not a big deal. But then that $5 was like $5 every day that I just didn't think about because it was like here and there and here and there. The nice thing about Shakeology is it seems expensive because it's an upfront cost. So one thing I ask people is, well, when was the last time you went out on the first of the month and bought your breakfast for the next 30 days? You've never done that. So with Shakeology, you're doing that. So I know it seems like a lot, but it's only because it's an upfront cost. Because I promise, like I'm going to state this as a fact, everyone is spending more than $113 a month on coffee and breakfast. I promise you they are. Because if you break that down real quick, give me 2 seconds. Okay, that's $3.76 a day to have Shakeology. Yes. And that's including like the business fee that comes attached to it, like the $15.95 to hold on to that 25% discount. Okay, so $3.76 a day. So that's on average every day. So when you think about it, some people are going out and spending $10 one day or $30 the another day to go get brunch because that's like a new hip thing to do, I guess. Or Starbucks is like $6 for a freaking coffee, guys, and it has no nutritional value. Not meaning that I don't go and splurge on Starbucks, but what I mean by it having no nutritional value is that they're hungry after they have the drink. So they need to then buy something else to eat. It all adds up. So when you have belief in what you're doing and you are consistent by sharing that belief, you will over time eliminate those objections. Okay? It's not going to happen overnight because people need to trust you first. They need to see that you are here for more than 4 to 5 months. All right? So, second thing is, other than belief, how do you stay consistent? Is you need to know what your why is. If you're not consistent right now, like if you aren't showing up every day, then you just don't have a strong enough why. And that's okay. I mean, it took me a couple months to really hone in on what my why was. But guys, it needs to be more than I want financial freedom. Like I want a list of 10 reasons why you want financial freedom. 10 positives and then or like maybe 5 positives and 5 negatives. So what I mean by that is, for me personally, positives about having financial freedom. To pay off my student loans by the time I'm 30 and to show other people that I graduated from college with that I did that. Okay? Another positive is I want to travel the world. I want to be in a new country every 3 to 4 months, and that's how I want to live my life until I'm like 34. More than that, I'm just very passionate about giving. I'm like an animal lover to every extent, and all I want to do is save this planet before other people keep trying to kill it. So I know that I want to use a lot of my money to give back to third world countries and to go and open schools and open animal sanctuaries and help, all the endangered species not be endangered anymore so my kids can actually see what a fucking elephant looks like. Like, those things are really important to me. And I know that that might not be important to you, but that's okay because my why isn't waking you up in the morning. So that's a positive. The negative is I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to have to go to the grocery store and move money from my savings account to my checking account and then back and forth. I don't want to have to keep deferring my student loans because I don't have the money to pay for them. I don't want to have to say no to something because of money, because of paper. Like, I don't ever want to have to do any of that stuff. So financial freedom, like, why do you want it? And you need to be crystal clear about why you want it. Okay? So for some of you, I know Ashley and I have talked about this. You might have like something really big and important. So those might still not be a driving, motivating factor for you to be consistent every day. So pick an event that's happening in your future or in your near future, or plan a trip that you want to go on. And then get out a poster board this weekend, cut out all the pictures about that one place that you want to visit or that one thing that you want to do. Have a date on that poster board that you can see, so you have a clear end date. There's urgency on it. And then have a dollar amount next to it of what you would like to have to be able to go and do that. Okay? So then that way you have something clear to work toward. That is, if that's not enough to get you up and get you, consistently working every day, just dig a little bit deeper. But your why has to be specific. It has to be stronger than I want to sleep in. Your why has to be stronger than I'm afraid to invite her. It has to be stronger than I want to go outside today because it's really nice. Newsflash, guys, it's going to be nice like 5 months out of the year. If you're lucky enough to live in a place that's not New England states, you might even get more than that. It's going to be nice. There's called seasons in the world, climate change, okay? You need to ask yourself, is this one day and this one moment of time more important than living my life like this every day? Because that's when you have to just make the small sacrifices and show up. Show up. Okay? Believe me, I made a lot of sacrifices. There's a lot of things that I've wanted to go and do that I don't because of working. And yeah, I might have missed out on that, but I'm so excited about my future and what I'm working toward that I know I'm going to be able to do all of those things whenever I want, not just in that one day. Okay, so consistency will happen for you. But it's not one of those things where you just say like, oh, well, as I get older, I'll just get more consistent. No, no, it just doesn't, you just don't happen. You just don't wish for things and it just happens. Okay, I keep saying to myself, I wish I would stop late night snacking. Been wishing for that for 6 years. Nothing changes until you change. That's just how it works. If you know that you're not consistent, why? Why? Why are you just not showing up? That's all you have to ask yourself. What is stopping you from showing up every day? And if it's just, I just don't know what I want, this is just kind of fun, like, I'm just kind of like hanging out and enjoying it, that's when you need to ask yourself, like, what are your goals as a coach? Because if your goals aren't to build this business to the point that you are, creating a lucrative business and you're helping like 5 to 10 people every single month, then no, consistency is going to look a little bit different for you. But you can be consistent whether you are only putting in 1 hour a day or you're like me putting in 8 hours a day, right? Consistency might be different for everybody, but whatever it is that you have committed to doing, you need to do that every day. If you know at minimum you want to hit Success Club, I'm not even going to say Success Club 5 because it's a joke. I'm going to say Success Club 10. And it's 5 people in a month. You can all do that. You need to all be saying, I hit Success Club 10. I help 5 women every month get started on their health and fitness journey. Or I help 5 women fall in love with their bodies by signing up with the All Access Pass. Whatever it may be. Okay? So, let's see what else I was going to say. So just kind of like the last thing that is going to really help is that even if right now you're only at like that distributor level, okay, like you're really just enjoying doing the product, but you are like trying to build this business, you need to have a business activity tracker, okay? I know that not all of us, I know me personally, I'm not the best at sharing mine, and I need to get better at that, and I promise I will. I'm going to print out some tonight, actually. I'll write that down. And you need to be filling that out every single day, okay? We are, human tendency is you feel productive and you feel that you've achieved something when you physically get to cross something off. So that's why it's important that you print something out and you are literally writing things down, okay? You're writing down that, yes, I got my workout in. Yes, I drank my shake. Yes, I read or listened to at least 20 to 30 minutes of personal development. Yes, I added new people. Yes, I've said hi to the people that have accepted my friend request. I've invited people that have liked my post yesterday, whatever it may be. All right? The only difference between somebody that's just at distributor level right now and then somebody wants to build a business is just how many of each of those things that you're doing. So where I might send 40 friend requests a day, you might only send 10 to 15. It doesn't matter. You just need to be consistent in your goals. So if your goal every day is to invite 15 people, get consistent doing that. Because before you know that, or before you realize it, 15 is going to seem like, oh, like I've been doing 15 for so long, I can easily do 20. And then you just get into the habit. Like last week, every day I invited at least 40 people every day. I've never done that, ever in my business. I'm not even going to lie to you. First time last week. And I invited at least 40 people every day. And Monday and Wednesday I invited 60 people. So because of that, now I'm like looking at my thing and I'm like, I only invited 35 people today. Like, what? And before I'd be like, holy shit, I invited 35 people today. Like, that's crazy. Like before I was inviting 15, So once you just get so consistent at doing something, that becomes your norm. That becomes your average. And that becomes your minimum. And before that, and after that, you just start to reach and push a little bit further and a little bit more beyond. Okay? So I'm going to open this up for questions. So just sort of like, maybe share with me why you don't think your why is powerful enough, what else you think is holding you back from staying consistent, and maybe like anything that you might be struggling with personal development wise. So Ashley, I'm going to unmute you first. Do you have any questions, anything you want to add, or anything you want to ask?
I feel pretty good right now. I'm like echoing really bad. I don't know if I'm echoing too. But I have been using the time in my car to do personal development, and that has been really helpful for me. I have a 40-minute drive to school every day, and so it's kind of a bummer, but I used to always just listen to music, and I downloaded an audiobook, and I've been listening to podcasts and things like that. So the past week I've been listening to this audiobook, and it kind of gets me pumped up in the morning. And I also listen to it on my way home. And so that's 80 minutes that I normally would just listen to music or just kind of waste time. And it kind of makes my time seem more valuable now. And one of the reasons I don't really like my job is because I have to drive 40 minutes. And I was looking into another job, but it's not looking like that's going to work out. And so I feel like just in this epiphany that I can use this time productively, I'm like, oh, well, it's okay. I can stay at my school for next year because I have a productive use of my time in the car now. And so it's almost like a good thing. Because if I worked at a school I was trying to get a job at, it's a minute from my house. So I feel like I'd just come up with another reason to fill that time because I wouldn't be forced to sit there and have nothing else to do, which I am a teacher. So it's kind of weird and also kind of embarrassing, but I don't really like to read. I just don't like to I don't like to actually read books. So I'd much rather have someone read it to me.
Hey, no, my coach Amy doesn't read. She only listens to podcasts.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's a guy on YouTube that I really like. His name's Eric Thomas. He does the Thank God It's Monday podcast. He wakes me up in the morning because he was in jail at one point and then had this crazy epiphany and just turned his whole life around. Now he's this insanely motivating inspirational speaker to youths in low income housing developments in areas around the country. He's amazing. It literally, he kind of scares you a little bit, but it's so motivating and empowering that it's you can't stop listening to that and just be like, oh God, I don't feel bad about myself. You stand up yes, that is just the feeling that you need after you listen to personal development. I am awesome. There's no one telling me I'm not awesome on a daily basis other than me. We're the only people that tell ourselves every day that we can't do something. We just don't think about that. I love that, Ashley. Thank you for sharing. I want to say, let's do Erica. Can you hear me, Erica?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do you have any questions or do you have anything you want to add or anything that I can help explain further?
The questions I had, I talked to Sam about, and she honestly has been really helping me out.
Awesome.
Today, I wanted to do the national wake-up call this morning. And, I forgot how to find the national wake-up call. So, I texted her while she was at work, and she messaged me back. But, no, she's been helping me out a lot. I actually started doing my Hey Girl messages today. I got out I think I did 15 Hey Girl messages. And I've had 5 people respond to me. And then the one friend request I sent out last week, I had no mutual friends with her. And she's a Beachbody coach. So me and her has been swapping recipes all day. Because she's in her Shakeology. She's only been drinking the same thing all the time. And I made that post about my cinnamon bun one this morning.
Yeah.
And she goes, where did you get that recipe at? I said, I found it on Pinterest. And she goes, I'm spending my day there today.
There you go. That's awesome.
No, and my personal development, I get up at 4:30 in the morning. Well, now it's 3:30. I have to take my husband to work, and then I'll put my son back to sleep. And that's usually when I do mine. Okay. Right now I'm reading Get Over Your Damn Self. I started that yesterday. It's actually really good. So that's when I do mine.
I love that. I love that you're reading it. And it's a great book because it was written for female network marketers.
Yeah, I really am into it. I actually didn't want to put it down this morning, but my son was calling me, so I had to.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're reading personal development. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let's do Vanessa. I know that you were
Hey.
all about PD, so what are you reading? And do you have any questions right now?
Let me see. I'm reading You Are a Badass
Okay.
right now.
Yep.
And I'm also reading Get What You Want.
I've heard about it, but I haven't read it yet.
It's pretty good. It's just basically just be more conscious about how we know what you say, what comes out of your mouth.
It's
And
more like a law of attraction kind of book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how to change certain words to make it feel like you have it now and to connect you with that. I think I used to work at McDonald's, you know that, right?
I did.
Okay, and I used to be able to wake up at 4:30 to go in at 5. And ever since I left the job, I can't get up. So today was the actual first day that I said I'm gonna get up at 5 in the morning and I'm gonna start, start my day. So I got up. Okay, I got up at 5:30.
Hey, nothing wrong. Hey.
But then I got up. I went to the restroom too, washed my face, brushed my teeth, and I started reading my You're a Badass. Started doing my affirmations. I have a book, a journal where I write all my affirmations. And then I just went to class, got home, So I like that I wake up early because it's my alone time. Since I still live at home with my parents and my siblings, it's like it's quiet and it's just my time. My main problem that I had today was objections.
Okay.
Especially, I had one with money because she said that she has a disease. So she kind of already gave me the stop sign. And then she told me that she's not in the financial situation. And then I also had the one with the vitamin D. So I have a problem with.
You know who I'm going to connect you with?
Yeah.
Is Terry Bachlet. She is my coach's aunt. She is very, very knowledgeable about Shakeology.
Okay.
You will never meet anyone that is more passionate about it than she is. She has had some insane transformation stories from customers who have been able to come off of multiple medications, beat type 2 diabetes. Really, really cool stories just by simply adding Shakeology and starting to work out. So most people, you have to understand, is that they get sick and the first automatic reaction is to go to the doctor. And there's got to be a pill for it. There's got to be a pill for that, right? And then there's a pill for that pill, and then a pill for that pill, and for all the side effects. And they just don't think about it because it's just, well, this is what my doctor told me to do, right? And as much as I want to say that doctors do genuinely care about us, 2 of my uncles are doctors, and they say that no, 98% of doctors become a doctor because they want to make money. And it is what it is. But they make money off of prescribing people to medication. Especially if it's a newer medication, and then the more that they prescribe to one single person based off of the side effects, the more that they make in the long run. So I'm going to have you connect with her. Honestly, I would just share the entire conversation and just say, what would you say? Because this woman doesn't have to live the rest of her life being medicated. That is a choice. And a lot of times it's just a mindset. They think it's going to work. So then it works. You know what I mean? But I love that you're big on affirmations. Just keep trusting and believing in the process. It's all going to come through. And the fact that you're getting objections means that at least you're getting to the point that you're inviting, you're following up.
That's true.
You're asking questions. Most people say no at first. Guys, they just don't know what it is. Don't be afraid to ask, like, hey, girl, I totally value your opinion. I've just enjoyed talking with you. Do you mind me asking what doesn't interest you? If somebody just says that. Or if I will even ask, it seems like this is something that you really do want to do. Let me ask you this. If money weren't an issue, and you could get started working out, drinking Shakeology, and being in this accountability group tomorrow, would you do it? And then from there, then that's when you get a little bit deeper into what are you spending extra money on that you don't need to just this month to afford this. Is your health and fitness for the whole year worth 1 or 2 sacrifices just this month? Dig deep. I promise you that the more that you do that, they're going to appreciate that. Okay, so thank you for sharing. Okay, whose phone number starts with 610? Whoever's on their phone, can you say hi?
Hi, sorry, it's Gina.
Oh, hi, Gina. I don't know why I
Hey.
always think that your phone number starts with a 610. Did you have, you had mentioned the posting thing, which we talked about on the phone last night.
Right.
What about just the consistency in the personal development part? How do you feel? Do you have any questions, concerns, or just
I think the only question I have is, which I probably missed it at some point on the Facebook group, but the 4 vital behaviors, like the post that you posted today, I didn't respond to it because I wasn't exactly sure what like the situation was with the 4 vital behaviors, like what exactly I was supposed to be doing with that.
okay.
So
So,
that's my only confusion right now.
so 4 vital behaviors, I'm gonna run through them quickly and then share where you can find them. 1 is proof of the
Okay.
product. So you drink your shake and you work out. 2,
Okay.
personal development. So you're reading or listening to something positive every day.
Okay.
3 is inviting. So you are inviting and educating people about our products and services and inviting them to be on the journey with you. And then
Okay.
4 is recognition. So like when you have a client or a customer and you're shouting them out for, completing their program or for not eating M&Ms at work because that was like the one thing that they were really bad at. Or they chose to have water every day this week for lunch instead of soda. Little things like that. Like that would be recognition. So,
Okay.
quick little thought. So, one of the best things that I would encourage you girls to do is, number 1, if you don't know the answer to something, don't reach out to me. Don't reach out to me right away. And I'm telling you this because I care about you. And the reason I'm saying this is because Amy never responded to me when I asked questions, ever. Okay? My success, just like she says all the time, is because of me. Remember, guys, my coach quit 2 weeks after I signed up. I talk about Amy as my coach because she adopted me 4 months after my coach quit. But my whole business, I learned through YouTube. I kid you not, I learned it through YouTube. Okay? That is why I always say, just YouTube it. If you literally don't know something, just YouTube it. I YouTubed how to hit Success Club, how to invite people, how to get over the fear of inviting. I can't even tell you how many videos there are for that. How to invite on Instagram, how to find people through Facebook groups, how to find friends on Facebook, how to send a hey girl message. Anything along those lines as far as like the skill set behind coaching goes. More than that, I'm going to just quickly share my screen so that you guys can all see this, because if you haven't taken advantage of it, this is something that you need to be doing on your own time on the weekend. I, for lack of a better word, raped this site and this section because, again, I didn't have a coach. So in your Team Beachbody page, when you log into, give me a second, your Coach Online Office. So you click on Coach Online Office. In the top right, since I can just quickly explain this. So up at the top left here, Coach ID number. Okay, you need this whenever you are filling out like a Shakeology order change, you are signing up a coach, they ask what your Coach ID number is. It's right here. Your rank is going to be here. Your status, whether you're active or inactive, it's going to tell you. So your upline sponsor will be me. Your upline diamond coach will be me. But then your upline star diamond will be my coach, Amy. Okay? It'll tell you how many people in your downline. And then in the center here, this is going to tell you whether you have hit Success Club. Okay, so to hit Success Club, you have to have at least a 5 in this box, which you never will have because everything is 2 points. So you'll have a 4 or 6. No, you will all have a 10. So the top one is telling you whether or not your Shakeology order went through. As a coach, you do not have to drink Shakeology if you don't want to drink it. Of course, I encourage you to drink it because it's our number 1 product and everyone knows what it is, but you don't have to drink it. As a coach, you only need 50 PV. You only need 50. I need 90 because I'm a diamond. Okay, so that is why I just every month get Shakeology. My Shakeology doesn't ship until the 28th of every month. So this won't say 90 here until the 28th. Okay? So, news and training. I highly recommend that you guys spend the weekend going through this. If you already know what you're doing, this will be super simple and super fast. So, Gina, I would watch the recording of this call so that you can see the news and training of this. But it talks to you about Coach, Emerald and Ruby, reaching diamond rank, the leadership ladder, getting started, all of this stuff, guys. Like, it's pretty awesome. Right here in the training library, this is an awesome source. Business trackers, how to lead a challenge group, how to talk about every workout program Beachbody has ever created. Coach basics, like literally how to just be a coach. Learning about the compensation plan. So if you're talking to somebody like you don't know the compensation plan, I can't explain that to you. Like, you have to go out and learn that on your own, right? Remember, you're a business owner. I can show you all the tools, all the resources, but if you don't take advantage of them, I can't make you do that. How to find and connect with people, how to follow up with people, how to help your new coaches get started, how to invite. The national wake-up call, personal development, product training. Guys, like literally everything is in here. This is amazing. I use this and YouTube. That was it. This and YouTube. I hit diamond rank in 3 months. And if I hadn't, I bet you Amy never would have reached out to me. But I was just like this random person that didn't have a coach and just kind of came out of nowhere. And then that is why people just started taking note, and why Amy then reached down to me and pretty much adopted me into her team. So be a go-getter. Be a go-getter. You know how to take advantage of this stuff. If you have 1 hour a day to work your business, no, don't spend it going through training. Do that on your extra free time. In that 1 hour, add people, invite people, follow up, or repeat. That is it. That's what's growing your business. And to be honest with you, I try to do my invites close to after my workout because I got all these feel-good endorphins flowing through my body. I believe in the product. I'm on a high. Anything that you say can't knock me down. And then when you do get that yes, it's like, you're just like typing clap. You're feeling good. You're feeling confident. Okay? So you are all awesome. I appreciate you all getting on the call tonight. And on Friday, I'm going to reach out just to make sure that you are all reading personal development. But Vanessa, way to be a go-getter and leading off with the affirmations. I hope that you all do end up jumping on board with that because, guys, it works. It really does help. And enjoy the rest of your week. Bye, guys.